Hello, welcome to another modern stream, and today we're gonna have the max amount of Wrenn. So if you enjoy some Wrenn action, this is as Wrenn as it can be. We're playing some Wrenn Tribal today, and the shell here, of course, is around both Wrenn 6 and Wrenn 7. I cannot wait for Wrenn 8 to make an appearance. Yeah, so Rhinos 6 is of course tried and true, absolute beast in the format. And then Rhinos 7 is a brand new card from Shadowed Over Innistrad. It's a 5 mana, 5 loyalty planeswalker. You +1, you reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all land cards reveal this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Convenient when you're playing 28 lands. 0, you put a number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Probably irrelevant. -3, you create a green treefall creature token with reach, important keyword right now, and this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. And then -8, the ultimate, you return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. So both of my cards are pretty graveyard reliant. So one thing when I was building this deck is that this may not be the best week to be trying this out, because this past weekend Spider Space with Reanimator top 8 of the challenge. Nassif won with Living End. Spider also got the Phoenix deck back on the map. So Graveyard Hate has been probably at an all-time high at this point. In fact, we are playing some fair amount of Graveyard Hate ourselves as well between our sideboard cards. So deck's just too exciting not to try to play it, so I'm still gonna give it a shot. We're also comboing this stuff up with Seismic Assault. This is an oldie but a goodie enchantment. Discard a land card and you chuck anything. So alongside Life from the Loam, Wrenn 6 and Wrenn 7, we should be able to have enough fodder in order to Seismic Assault a bunch. Then we have access to Explore in order to ramp a little bit. And then we have black cards, which are mostly for discard spells in game 1. And then we have access to some other sideboard cards for games 2 and 3. We're wrapping this up with Lightning Bolts and Unholy Heat as our removal. It's possible that maybe I should be playing some Fatal Potions instead of Unholy Heat. I'm not sure how good my deck is going to be at turning on Delirium. But again, this is why we do the testing, right? As far as the mana base goes, we have a bunch of red sources. I really wish I could play more than a Forest and a Swamp, but honestly, it's pretty likely that I should not be playing the Swamp in the first place. And like having just the basic Forest as my only basic and my only mana source that doesn't cast Seismic Assault. But it is what it is. This is when, again, I'm just working a lot on theory at this point. Once we start to get a feel for the deck, we're gonna be able to make better decisions. But we are of course playing Ghost Squatter, Forgotten Cave, which we can cycle a bunch with Wrenn 6, and Ursa Saga as kind of like the glue tying this deck together. The sideboard includes Ghost Squatter against Tron, so we can kind of go a little bit more ham there. Surgical Extraction against Graveyard decks. Pie the Needle against decks where Pie the Needle is good against. Soulguide Lantern and Endurance against Graveyards. Endurance also good against Mill and good against DRC. Endurance is just an overall very good card. Couple of Brutalities against Burn and against like combo against decks where Edu Rest can be a fine card. Abrupt Decay to get rid of Resting Pieces and Teferi Unravelers and stuff like that. Force of Vigor against Blood Moon, which is actually a card that affects us pretty greatly. And Chalice of the Void because it's the nuts right now. So this is what we're looking at. If you enjoyed the content, of course, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you there for round number 1. Alright, here we go. Opponent reveals Lurrus. I guess we have a fine hand against Lurrus. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna play a threat on 1 instead of a discard spell. Okay, they are playing a Goblin Guide strategy. Not bad. I think I'm discarding foothills. This allows me to get basic swamp in case I need it. I'm not gonna need it because I have a cliff, so. Lava spike, you. Drawing bolt. Another gobble coming up. So let's do that. Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, never mind. Mistakes were made. Don't mind me. My opponent needs to play the gobble right now, and they can't suspend this off of the light up the stage, so at least we have this going on for us. So I guess next turn I'm gonna have to just foothills. Get a basic forest. Okay. We can go with Shadow Spear. Who needs to cast spells anyway, right? Am I right? Day 9 is playing Grulands in Standard and you're playing it in Modern. Nice. So the only issue here, but I don't think this can really be avoided, is that my opponent's going to Searing Blaze me right now. But if they don't Searing Blaze me here, then they can Searing Blaze me next turn. Oh, so that just resolved. Okay. Been drawing quite poorly here, if I'm being honest. Been drawing quite poorly. So I think I just hold back to block here. So we can trade with this Eidolon. Opponent gets to draw a couple of cards. Helix my face. Okay. Okay. I imagine they're going to attack. They don't attack. So I guess they have Skullcrack in hand. Skullcrack is quite bad for us. Skullcrack is quite bad for us here. Oh, if this is what they're doing. Okay. Do you have another bolt? Get a mountain. I mean, I'm going to attack. If they have another bolt, they have another bolt, but... Shadow Spear! It's a hell of a drug. So next turn we're gonna get to do a bunch of shit. I'm gonna be starting off the turn... Light up the stage. That kills my construct. They go face? They go face with the light up the stage. So that means that they have an answer to the construct, right? Okay, so that was just a very bad mistake from them. So we're gonna do green and red, play Wrenn. We're gonna plus on Ursa Saga. Play Saga. Explore. Play Stomping Ground tapped. So you go. Shadow Spear carrying hard. Shadow Spear carrying hard. So we have lethal next turn unless my opponent plays something here. We die to Boros Charm plus Bolt. But there's nothing we can really do. I guess triple 1 mana burn spell also kills me. Seismic Assault has been revealed. Alright, double 1-drop. No double 1-drop. The second when this Seismic Assault gets revealed, that's when you know that shit is real, right? We're going to attack first to force the issue. That's the wrong thing to Helix, my friend. I think my opponent made a couple of key mistakes that ended up punishing them. That game was close though. So these are the cards that I like. Obviously Thoughtseize is gonna come out. Ghost Squatter can potentially come out, but I don't think so. I'm not going to play around Palm Game 1. They have probably 1 copy at most. And even if they do have the 1 copy, I don't think playing around Palm is correct. And even just by doing my thing, by playing the Seismic Assault before going to attacks, I am playing around Palm because I can just kill my own thing, right? I kind of wanted the case. Yeah, I did play around it just by playing correctly, you know? If anyone knows the MTG lore, any idea what happened to 6? I don't know. I don't know. I expect Burn to be a horrible, horrible matchup for us. She lives in the forest where she found it. Aww. Yeah, this is kind of the issue that I was envisioning when I put Overgrown Tomb in my Seismic Assault deck. There's 1 card, right? maybe this card should not be in my deck. Where's my John Triumph? Give me my John Triumph, Wizards. Well, no, Lurrus is that Wrenn is like a parasite, and Wrenn 6 is the 6th host, and Wrenn 7 is the 7th host, or something along those lines. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Play this and say go. Chal is super awkward here, right? Chal is super, super awkward, but we probably have to jam it on 2. Do we have to jam it on 2? Guess I'm not gonna. But what am I doing with my mana otherwise, though? Nah, I'm just gonna pass. Just gonna go face here, because I already have like infinite removal in my hand. Well, I'm not shocking for that, so we're just passing the turn again. We can play Assault next turn. I think I'm just gonna play Chalice for 2. This gets rid of. They didn't play a 1-drop last turn, and this prevents me from getting Helix, Tidalon, Rolling Vortex. I'm gonna play out the cliffs, and I'm just gonna discard probably this to kill the Gobo. Riftbolt is pretty scary. Abrupt Decay. It's not a great draw. Would love to find like a Saga, Wrenn and 7. Opponent does not attack. Okay. 6, 7, 8. So I'm not that far away from just burning them out. Straw here. Saga. So I can bring them down to 1? That seems better, because like if they tap mana, they just lose. So instead of play the Saga, I'm just gonna chill here. If I find another land, I just have lethal. They can't gain life with a Helix. That is another land. So 1, 2, 3, that's 6 plus 2 points of burn. So I guess I want to... How do I get owned here? So I just have to wait for them to tap mana. We do have lethal, but if my opponent just, in response to my last one, they just bolt me a bunch. So I'm waiting until I have one more land. And once I have one more land, I can actually just... I can lock them out effectively. Like I can just discard another card in response to them trying to go for the kill. There we go. So now we just kill them on their upkeep. Sweet. Got there. Well, but in any case, like there's no... If that's the case, then there's no reason for me to go for it until it's like super, super locked out like it was right there, right? So I think that it's still better to hold. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. See you next round. Alright, here we go. Kaheera. Keep. So this could be blue-white control, or this could be elementals. Either way, probably not a great matchup for us. It is elementals. I'll take your engine card, thank you very much. Gonna fetch for Stomping Ground. Red, green. I know I'm gonna have a choice as to whether I'd rather play Seismic Assault or I'd rather play the Saga. I think I'd rather play Seismic Assault. What are some good cards in Naya colors to do with blue-white control? Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker is a great way. So this plays around their ephemerate bullshit and stuff. Looking at the new Naya lands, friend, I just got 3 Valakut and I need a 4th. I know what you're talking about, which list you're talking about. But I'm not playing 4 in any of my deck lists. I'm playing 4. So I can force them to use both ephemerates here, which seems fine to me. They're gonna use the second ephemerate. And now I kill this again. And we just keep on doing Wrenn things. Oh, I discarded the wrong one. Whoops. Not that it matters. Seismic Assault plus Wrenn is sure something. Wait. Oh, they pitched the Fury to Fury. So the last card in hand is just the Omnath, which we can just kill whenever we want to. This seems like the lock, baby. Oh, they found Prismatic Ending? That's a Flamekin Harbinger. That one doesn't do anything. If you use the Thespian stage and sound response to the third trigger, do you get 2 searches? No. But I think that the way that works is that you get like some... like your Thespian stage is forever gonna be... is forever gonna... What am I trying to say here? It's forever gonna have the make a construct ability. That's how it works. These constructs are going to become pretty big. Thoughtseize is nice. Probably not going to have the time to cast it, unfortunately, though. I could make one less construct and just Thoughtseize here. I think that's better. And I'm gonna do it first in case they have Solitude. They don't have Solitude. I think I'm taking the Reef though. Shadow Spear, equip there. My Boiling Water in the background. Noise. Sound. There we go. That's why we got a command. It's a very popular question. So I think I want a Seismic Assault right now to play around the top deck Ephemerate. Okay, elementals. What do we want against elementals? Am I just changing nothing here? Am I just literally changing nothing? Abrupt Decay, I guess it's nice because of the fairy. No fish tank, unfortunately. This seems fine. I could just cut a Soul Guide Lantern. But I feel like I just need some amount of shit to find of Saga. Sure. This hand is super far away from casting the card. Forgot the name. Let's do this and lead on Inquisition. Assault. There we go. So they are playing this kind of Mimi version of the deck. This version is so much worse in my opinion, but it's gonna be good here. I'm also gonna be changing my sideboard and I'm gonna be bringing in the other Soul Guide, by the way. So I guess it doesn't really matter what I get here. Because if I get this, then they evoke this and get this back. So I guess the best thing I can take is the Ephemerate. I think so. That's the card they drew. Get rid of that. Now we're gonna be able to play Saga and get that rolling. Get that party started. Hello there. Fancy to see you here. It's a good draw for them. That's a good draw for them. I think we're killing both anyways. So let's just do that. Pass the turn. Voice of Resurgence. pretty good. That is pretty good. That explains why they didn't do the Kaheera thing. Not that we could have really done anything, right? We need to draw something here, though. It's not quite something. Fetch for a mountain. Green, green. I think we want a plus first. We can also create a tree folk. Tree folk would be a 5/5. Yeah, okay, let's make a tree folk. Does this grow as time goes by? Or is this now just a 5/5? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Well, Loam is pretty sick here. Let's explore, dredge Loam. Loam these three. Play Saga. Saga. Yeah, I guess it does grow. Sweet. Here we go. Flamekin Harbinger that doesn't draw a card. I'm assuming they're gonna find Solitude here. Recent Reef. Okay, so they really want to get their engine going, which I guess makes sense. Not gonna dredge Loam here. Bolt is not bad. So plus good old Ancestral Recall. 2/3, 1, 2, 3, and Lightning Bolt. We just play another Saga. I'm not gonna have enough mana to get value from the last one, so I think I'm not playing Saga. The good thing is that now we can start serving, which is cool. Yeah, this is fine. So opponent gets to play their Recent Reef here, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, they don't have good attacks, really. I mean, that's a pretty good turn for them. They get rid of both of my constructs, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough. And I didn't bolt the thing because I think that I don't want to give them a big dude. I already have a Saga in hand, so... Alright, alright. Alright. I guess we're done here, huh? I guess we are done here. Oh, this is actually lethal going to face. I just noticed that. That's so much less exciting. That's so much less exciting. So much less exciting. I wanted to kill all of their creatures and then swing with a massive Treefolk token. This red has 7 card is kind of something. Alright, see you next round. Alright, welcome to round number 3. Yeah, sure. Let's keep this hand. Play Garagman instead of the discard and you're golden. Yeah, that's another option for sure. That's another option. Like, there's so many ways that we can take a deck like this one, right? Ragavan may just be awesome. I also have like a red-green version of the deck of the list that I was planning on playing later. This is my very first match with the archetype. Like I have not. Well, there goes my Soul God Lantern, I guess. I've not played anything with the deck before. I have not done any other testing on my own time. It's possible to play Bob anymore. Like if there's anything I could probably play Bob, it would be this. I mean, I don't think I want to play Bob in my 5-drop deck, right? I don't think that's the place where I want to be. But also Bob's just not really a good card. So there's also that. This is strictly incorrect from my opponent, because now if they didn't have the Cascade spell in hand and I Inquisition them and they draw into it, it's just like, why are you doing this? They're also giving me more information. Like, are they really willing to force this thing? That seems like a terrible play. I'm just gonna do all the shocking. Our main deck configuration is obviously not well suited for this matchup, right? Our sideboard configuration has something to say about it though, but our main deck configuration is obviously very, very ill prepared for the living end matchup. I just noticed that they had no lands and they just drew into the land that they needed. Lucksack. Opponent confirmed Lucksack. Consider playing Gruul with Reclaimer, Dryad Valakut. No. I don't think you want to play Reclaimer in this deck. I think Reclaimer would be not good in this deck. So they just hit all their land drops and found the Shardless Agent just like that. Wow, opponent, teach me your skill. Very, very smart of my opponent to draw the perfect cards every single turn, you know? Very, very smart of them to do that. As opposed to drawing bad cards. Tight play from them. Does any of these matter? Not really. Opponent has MTGO Premium, yeah. I always keep forgetting to renew my subscription to MTGO Premium. Silly me. How you doing, Torborg? I mean, I think it's sweet. I wanted to try out Wrenn and 7, and like we won. I would expect both Elementals or Burn to be bad matchups. Those were our very first rounds, and we won very convincingly. So, or maybe consider Red and 7 like Titania, like your Lance variant. The fact that I wanted to try something new. That's it. Sometimes the explanation is that there's no explanation. I just thought, oh, good, that's cute. We can try this, and I tried it. That's all that happened. There's really not that much else to it. So this is an interesting hand, because if my opponent has a grief, I think I'm getting Overgrown Tomb, and I'm just playing this Soul Guide Lantern. Why would you do that, opponent? Why? Why would you do that? Okay, they're trying to find a force. Okay, that makes more sense. But I'm like, maybe they're like looking to find something to pitch to force or whatever. But, right? Otherwise, I would have had to exile my own land. Yes, grief. No grief. No grief. Okay. Inquisition you. All right. Sure. I'm gonna play Saga so I can go find my second Soul Guide Lantern if my opponent skips a beat. I also get to make a token for what's worth, though that's probably not going to matter. But playing out Saga seems important here. Saga turn 1 guarantees Lantern on time. Yeah, but it guarantees no value for me and no development of my mana, right? And it's really bad versus Force of Vigor, that's true. Or the other guy, the Evoke dude. Looks like I'm about to get punished, so I think I'm just gonna cycle these Verdant Catacombs. We can still draw Endurance. Drawing Endurance would be sick. Endurance is probably my best draw. I'm ready to call it. If I find Endurance off the top, I win this game. They bin the land, so I'm assuming that they have another land in hand. Wait. They bin the land? So the last card in hand is Violent Outburst? So now they lose? If they don't find the land drop? They're totally gonna find the land drop, don't they? Let there be justice! RN Jesus, let there be justice. Let there be justice, yes. Glory. The MTGO gods smile upon us. Clothis, praised be. Clothis, praised be. So we sing for 4. Because my opponent can still use these as a sweeper. So if we swing for 4 here, next turn we can swing for 9 down to 2. So I'm trying to think whether I should be playing Ursa Saga here. I should be playing Stomping Ground Untapped and cycle the Forgotten Cave. Opponent goes down to 11. I swing for next turn. Swing for 8. I can make a token instead, but then I have to sack my Soul Guide. Yeah, I think it's better for me to play the Saga, actually. I think I just have to play the Saga. And this coming turn, we're just going to swing for 8. But this at least allows me to start clocking them again. Shardless Agent. Gonna wait until leaving Endis on the stack. The last card in hand is Violent Outburst. Their last card in hand is a Violent Outburst. We continue drawing blanks, which is not great, but it's okay. If opponent attacks, I'm just gonna take it. Okay. Why Soul Guide over Spellbomb? Because you can sack the Soul Guide. I don't know. I think it's fine. Both of them are fine. So Chalice is cool, I guess. Let's see what we draw here. Seismic Assault. Naya Spellbomb seems better. It is and it isn't better, right? Because you can, like, without black mana, and like black mana is really very much a splash in this deck. So I'm trying to think whether I'm supposed to activate here or not. I think I'm supposed to activate. So it forces my opponent to use their second. It forces them to use the outburst now. And I think I'm supposed to do this now so that the Living It kills their own Shardless. They still have one more Living. Several targets and land drop, and yeah, one of them plays around what's, wait, what? Why did they shock? I thought they shocked there. So we're just gonna crack map for Saga. Good, Ursa Saga. Whoops. Play Saga. Play Seismic Assault. Pass. think we got most things locked up here. Borrower would be kind of annoying. I'm just gonna use my mana here because I'm not using it or anything else, right? But like any land just wins me the game because I can just throw it at my opponent's face. Because they're somehow at 8. Bounce Chalice is what they go for. Super weird for them to bounce the Chalice there. Well, now they're dead. So that's cool. The thing is that it's not on me to do anything. So I can just like do my thing. Wait for them to do something. Reveal the last couple of cards. So they do have multiple foundation breakers and shit, so... I don't think I'm supposed to make any changes. Maybe Brutality is just bad. Nah, it's fine. I'm guessing it can get a force or something. When are we putting Swan Sovereign Goal in for the Swan Assault? That's my answer to you. Well, we're shipping this one, which is unfortunate, but... keeping this one, though. And I think... what are we bottoming? Probably the loam. Inquisition you. Is Nira still only $500? Yep. Nira still only $500. Honestly, it's like it's a steal. It's like an absolute steal, right? Such a good deal. The swamp is pretty awkward. Because now I'm probably not gonna get to... I'm not gonna get to Thoughtseize this turn. We do get to Thought this coming turn. Which is probably not gonna be good enough. Crossed fingers. Here's me crossing my fingers. I mean, that's one of their cards that they drew. Foundation Breaker. Blow up my Saga. That's fucked up, man. So they have a bunch of lands. We just gotta dodge. Ugh. That's bad for us. Still only one unknown card. So I think that my only chance at winning is to find some form of hate card this turn. So I think I'm going to get Forgotten Cave and I'm going to cycle it. Oh, there's also that. Well, let's just do that instead now. They can't have a force, so that's nice. Now Saga pops off, which gives me Soul Guide. Inquisition. Huh. Ha. So I guess that means change of plans. They have one unknown. I already discarded their thing. Their force. So I'm gonna jam. It's possible that they just drew force this turn, which would be pretty unfortunate for me, but that's fine. So we have 2 layers of interaction here. Maybe I should have just minused, and that was a mistake. Yeah, maybe I should have just minused. I should have just minused. Yeah, I should have just made a tree folk. Well, I guess I'm a genius, and good thing I didn't just make a tree folk, because... Oh no, tree folk would have had reach. Tree folk would have actually known to block this Brazen Borer, which is hilarious. Yeah, I really doubt this is gonna make it to Legacy, but it's kind of fun in Modern, at least. Just gonna hardcast the big dude here. Interesting. So they just downgraded their creature into their 3/1 flyer into a 2/2. Oh no! Oh, that makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. Loam, where are you? That just makes me so sad, man. That's such a brutal misclick. That's such a devastating misclick. It's not the worst, at least. There's the loam. Serial misclicker here, yeah. It's rough out there. It's rough out there. My opponent can just start hardcasting their big shit. Fortunately for me, they just drew a 2/2. Saga, Forgotten Cave. Sure, I guess we'll cycle this. I think I'm gonna plus Wrenn one more. Okay, I'll just take it. Wrenn down. Wrenn did already what it had to do, right? Which is to find my life from the loam. Should play conflag? No, I should not. And now Saga's gonna do Saga things. More tokens. More sagas. Yay. Le double chump. I think we're looking good. Yep. Three and 0, baby. 3 and 0. I like this hand though. Suspend Rift Bolt. Yikes. That's quite bad news. Suspend Rift Bolt is like the worst possible news. So if I want to Inquisition here, I'm gonna have to go get Overgrown Tomb. So I guess I'm not gonna Inquisition. I have no idea what just happened there. So now I can get Stomping Ground. So Shadow Spear is what's up. So I guess I want to have a token going ASAP. Eidolon. Gonna say no to that. Thank you. Gonna pass the turn here. Take 2. Gotta grow our dude's pretty beefy here. I Inquisition. I take 2 down to 9. Opponent. Yeah, I just can't Inquisition, right? I just can't Inquisition here. I guess I might just be dead anyways. So we lose to Skullcrack, but I don't think there's anything I can do. We lose to double bolt. Multitude of things that we lose to here. But if this connects, maybe I can be fine. They have Skullcrack, yeah. So now we lose. That was close. That was close. Brutalities, decays, chalices. I think is this how we sideboarded? Maybe heat is just worse. Keep. I like this hand. So play this, say go. Probably gonna have to find Overrun Tomb here. My Shadow Sphere was in my hand. Lightning Bolt on top. Take the Boros Charm here. Let's see if they... No, they just go face. That's pretty brutal. Seismic Assault. Ugh. Yeah, this hand has not been working out. This hand has not been working out. Down to 7. Can fetch a forest and a swamp. And make a token. Hashtag punished. Pretty punished. And they do. We know they have Skullcrack in hand, which is just devastating. I think we're just dead. Assuming my opponent has nothing in hand, they only have a Skullcrack and a land, okay? If I decay this, I fetch down to 5 and I take 2 from the Skullcrack, so I die. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Can't fetch. Based on known information, I cannot fetch. We'll draw a blank. Now we're just obs, right? We're just obs. Yep. All right. Feels bad. We got lucky against Burn game one, round 1. We did not get us lucky this time around. I do consider that this is probably an awful matchup for us. Cheer for the last round. All right. This hand looks kind of great, so let's keep it. Is this just Rhinos? Seems to be just Rhinos. Oh yes, good old split cards on MTGO. All of them. All of them. Forest. There we go. I'm assuming that we're just gonna get iced here. A little bit annoying, but they find the Shardless. We're just hard casting a Bone Crusher. Yep, it's pretty good. They use this actually. I don't think I want to take 4. I think that it's gonna be rough up there, and I'm gonna be probably fetching and shocking a bunch. So just hoping to dodge Force here. Force is the only thing I don't want to see. No force, no force, no force, no force, no force. Easy. Okay, so we want the chalices. Surgical? Question mark? Gonna bring in the case because they may have blood moons and shit. I'm expecting forces aplenty, so maybe I should be bringing in surgical extraction. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe what's his name is good. Brutality. Kind of doubt it though. All right, give me a good hand. I want to see a good hand. I want to see some chalice action. I want to see some just good stuff overall. This is probably good enough to keep. And I'm going to go turn 1 Inquisition to play around Fire Eyes. Because we can go turn 1 Inquisition and then turn 2, if my opponent ices me on my upkeep, I can just cycle Forgotten Cave. Loam is not bad. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get under the Blood Moon, so I have to take that one. Which means I'm going to have to deal with the Rhinos. Cycle, see if we can find another discard spell, that would be ideal. Abrupt Decay. Okay. Playing this so I can fetch a swamp if I need to. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna fetch a Stomping Ground. I got Prismara Command, at least 3 forces. It's gonna be interesting to try to slug through this, but not impossible. Not impossible at all. So I think we want to go Saga. We're gonna take 10 this turn, which is a lot. They still have Brazen Borrower, but I can go Saga, get both of these cycle. Yeah, that doesn't seem great. So I think I'm probably going to have to decay one of these Rhinos this turn. Play this step, say go. We're going to decay one of these Rhinos. That's going to cut the clock in half. Next turn we can loam plus decay the other Rhino if we have to. Maybe we need engineered explosives in the sideboard for this matchup. Maybe for hammer time as well. Wrenn. Probably gonna get another swamp here. Brazen Borrower. So that one's gonna die to the Wrenn in 6. Really need to find an assault here. If I find an assault, we may be able to raise my opponent. I think I'm just gonna play Wrenn in 7 and make a token. Which loses to another Brazen Borer, because you can just bounce the token. But I still think it's worth it. Because it's the only play that allows me to potentially, if they have nothing, I can actually get ahead. And I can start to stabilize. Then next turn we can make a Saga token plus play Wrenn in 6. Wrenn pings the Borrower. We can start to look at something. If they have Violent Adverse, this is just us being dead, right? Oh, Dead Gone is another one. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Dead Gone is another one that's going to be a problem. I wonder what's the flavor, right? Why does Wrenn spit out Tree Folks? So they shocked. Draw 2, discard 2. It's probably supposed to be 7, maybe. Yeah, it's a pretty badass token, not gonna lie. It's a pretty badass token. I have to block the Brazen Borrower here. Which is a little bit awkward because their range just kills the Borrower with a minus, but... So we go down to 2 here. And we have to draw exactly the thing, so... It's not the thing. Seismic Assault 1 time. Seismic Assault. You're late. I used both the case. I don't have any more bolts or anything like that. We have 2 bolts. So I guess I could plus looking for a cycle land. Sadness. Sadness goes on the stack. That blocks there. Yeah, we're just dead. Let's make that change, and I think that it's it. Sadness does resolve. Alright, we gotta get that 4-on-1, baby. So I think I'm not gonna cycle this, I'm just gonna play it out. Cap Trist, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. The mid-range takes 2.0. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper even though it has a higher number. Which is an interesting concept. Okay, so that means I'm just gonna get Stomping Ground and explore here. Because we already drew our basic swamp. Feels bad, man. My opponent can ice my Saga on my upkeep in order to prevent me from making a construct. So I guess I'm just gonna prevent myself from making a construct here. Play that, play this Chalice for 0, pass the turn. Yeah, Borrower. They do. The good thing is that we're pretty well set up against this now. Good Stomping Ground. Untap. All right. I'll make a token. Get back Saga. Inquisition. This plays around Force of Negation. They outburst instead. So we're just going to take Prismara Command here. They sent both face, which is interesting. If I play Wrenn, my opponent's gonna bounce it with Borrower. I think this is the line. And I'm not blocking, so I might as well attack. Oh no, I fucked up. I shouldn't have attacked. Because now they play Borrower. They Petty Theft. Okay, so that's good for me, actually. Because now I'm only taking 5. My opponent missed the line. They should have just played the Borrower and just used Bionic Outburst as a combat trick. And then I would be going down to 1. And at that point, I'm just kind of dead to everything. Well, I guess we're gonna have to get a little bit lucky here. So I go down to 3. The last card in hand that I know about is Endurance. We're gonna need to get pretty lucky here with this Wrenn 7+. So I need to reveal 3 lands. If I reveal 3 lands off of this Wrenn 7, I get to kill 2 Rhinos and chomp the other one. And that's the only line that I have available to me. Because if I make a Tree Folk, I kill one of the Rhinos and then I trade with the other one, so that's not good enough. So I need to plus here and find 3 lands. So close, man. I was so close. I was so close to winning this game. Maybe I was supposed to take the Outburst when I Inquisition instead of the Prismari Command. The thing is that the Prismari Command is also kind of a big deal as well. My opponent says GG's. Okay. I guess I was dying anyways. Also, my computer is lagging super hard right now. I don't know why. Wow, this is a lot of lag. This is a lot of lag. All right. Fine showing, honestly, for the very first time that they showed up. I think that we want to see engineered explosives. Oh my god, the lag is just unbearable. What's going on? What else? Actually, Seismic Assault was kind of impressive, and so was Loam. Heats were kind of medium. So maybe I should just play the K there. We have 10 fetch lands. What do I think about Gitrog Monster? No. Like, what does it do that I care about? If I'm spending 5 mana on a card, I'm just gonna want for it to be either Wrenn 7 or just Titania. I would not consider Gitrog before those. It's a frog. That's accurate. That's accurate for sure. What are the chances that this is just? What are the chances that this is simply that this is just a chalice deck? Because this is the other thing that I was considering. Something like this. We can just cut the removal for chalices. I feel like I'm gonna want to play a league with this deck list, and then we can look at potential things to try out. So let's actually just do that for now. So I'm gonna wrap up this league. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.